What is up? West Tech Gamer here. Today we're going to do a comparison video between the Batman PS4 and the limited edition Forza Xbox One. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, before we dive into these consoles, we'll talk about all the kind of differences, key differences you have. Let's kind of talk about what we get in the box. So the box for the Batman PS4 comes in this nice kind of black grey kind of Batman themed box. Got a picture of Batman there, and you got the picture of the steel grey console, and it comes with the Batman Arkham Knight game, and it comes with exclusive content, and it comes with the comic right there. And on the back, all it says kind of gives a description of the game, what you get in the box, all exclusive content you get, and all exclusive skins you get. And also on the side over here, you can to be seen is all the the usual cables you get with it as well. And this is the 500 gig version, so it's not 1 terabyte, it's 500 gigs. So right there, so that's the Batman box right there. This is the Xbox One Forza limited edition box. So over here we got Xbox One 1 terabyte console. That's a plus right here, major plus. Got a nice kind of picture of the console right there. We got the Forza 6 game, which is a downloadable code, which is one thing I didn't like compared to the Batman one, which has a physical copy of the game. On the back here, we got a nice picture of the Ford GT, which is the same color as the Xbox One itself. So they use the same kind of coloring as this car on the Xbox One, which I think is a very neat thing they did. On the side, we've got the controller right here, which is amazing. It has improved a lot compared to the previous one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And you get the usual cables with the the Xbox One as well. So that's me to kind of look at the boxes. Right? Now, kind of looking at these consoles side by side, the Xbox One has not changed much. If you had like a regular kind of Xbox, the previous one, it's exactly the same design, but the only difference is obviously the new kind of design color they went for, which is a matte on this side, and you got the nice racing stripes on this side. And this side is actually kind of metallic blue, which is very nice compared to the other one. On the front, this bit's glossy. Instead of the logo being here, it says start and stop on the logo, if you see that. And also over there, you got your usual disc ejection button, and that's where the CD goes. And over here, you got an Easter egg of the 10th anniversary of Forza. And on the back is your usual kind of cables. You got your power cable, your HDMI to TV, HDMI in, 2 USB ports, a connect port, and IR out, and Ethernet port. So yeah, the console is pretty much the same. It's the design differences right there, and the custom sounds, which I'll get to in a minute. So that's the Forza limited edition Xbox One. Over here, we've got the Batman PS4. The Batman PS4, there's not too many differences with it. The main difference with the Batman PS4 is obviously the limited edition steel grey colour they went for, and also the faceplate at the top is also matte and has a nice picture of Batman right there, where it looks very stealthy looking right there. Not like in your face and too much going on. And on the back, it just had it's just your plain steel grey on the back, and just serial number there, and it says PS4 right there. And you've got your usual ports right there, and it's just usual ports, and it has the black popping of that steel grey. But other than that, yeah, it's a nice limited edition console, but kind of your basic PS4 500 gig, and has no custom sounds in this one. That's another thing we're going to be comparing. So the custom sounds is only on the Xbox One button. So when you press the power on button, which I'll demonstrate in a minute, power on button, it makes a start up engine sound. When you power it, when you turn the Xbox One off, it makes the power down button. And when you eject discs out the the eject button, it makes hydraulic sounds. So whereas the PS4, it just makes your usual beeping sounds when it turns on. Now, so let's kind of compare the sounds of these consoles, see how it looks. So let's kind of take a look at the sounds now. So when you turn the Xbox One on, you just turn it on from there. So it makes a start up sound like that. That's when the engine's starting up sound, so that's very nice. So let's take a look at it powering down now. Let it start up a little bit. That's it powering down now. Now if you want to eject discs, for example, It makes that hydraulic sound in there. So it's very nice. But it doesn't make that sound when you put discs in, it just makes that normal disc sound. It's only made to eject discs. That's the custom sounds. But I'll kind of demonstrate it again so you can kind of get a clearer kind of listen of it. So I'll kind of put the tripod kind of closer. So powering down. And let's give it some time to power down. I think it's still powering down. That's a hydraulic button, so that's ejecting discs. Power on now. So that's it powering on now. So there you go. Kind of gives you an idea of what it sounds like, and compared to, you know, the previous Xbox One, which kind of make like those kind of beeping sounds and all that. So let's kind of look at the PS4. So there's the PS4. It is your usual thing. There's no custom sounds to it or custom colors to the light bar, unfortunately, which I think is one thing I lack. I think if it's a limited edition console, it's only a one-time thing. You might as well just go all out and just change the sounds of the on and off button and the eject button, so it makes it feel a little bit more special. But that's one thing I liked about the Forza Xbox One compared to the Batman PS4. I'm not saying the Batman PS4 is bad, but that's one thing I felt it lacked. And also the 500 gigabit hard drive, which it has. I think it should have the terabit hard drive, but oh well, you can deal with it and you can also easily change it. Whereas the Xbox One has a 1 terabyte hard drive. So if you're coming from the day one edition Xbox One, or you're coming from, you know, a previous older Xbox One console, then the terabyte hard drive would make such a difference, because I had problems with space in the other one, managing my space in the other one, especially with games now, you know, having 40 gig download or 40 gig, you know, installation and stuff like that. That's one thing kind of had a problem with, and that kind of addresses the problem. If you're really struggling with the space and you want like a new refresh console and you really like your Forza game and all that, I would definitely pick up this console, no doubt, because, you know, I mean, look at it, you know, I mean, it's only a one-time thing. But yeah, it's a good console, definitely, and the Batman PS4 is definitely good, but I feel the Batman PS4 is more basic, but not say it's bad and all that. Now, let's talk about the controllers now. The controllers are another thing now. The controllers are exactly the same, but there is a Forza Xbox One controller. This one is much improved from the previous Xbox One, the black ones, if you had one of them. Like, for example, they changed the triggers. It's a little bit more smoother when you touch it, so it's a faster response when you're like shooting and all that, which is very, very good. And also these L, B and RB buttons, I don't know if you noticed with the other ones, they were a lot more stiff, but when you just click these ones, they're just very easy clickable, and they're, you know, very, very good when you're playing all these games. I find it very stiff, and, you know, it's hard to get used to coming from the PS4 one, which always had those kind of nice soft clickable buttons. But now the Xbox One has a soft clickable buttons, which is good. Another thing they've changed is a 3.5mm headphone jack. Now, this is one feature I've been really wanting the Xbox One to have. Finally, you have the 3.5mm headphone jack, same as the PS4. Thank God they have it. So that means you can put any headphones in. You can put Beats in there, you can put Apple headphones, any headphones you want, basically, and talk online with them, listen to game audio and all that, which I think is such a neat feature coming from this proprietary headphone jack, which I never liked. So finally addressed that problem right there. So that's another reason to upgrade if you're having one problem with that. Also with the controller, we've got the nice iconic racing stripe, same as the console right there, and it has a kind of Forza logo right there. I don't know if you can appreciate that in the video. And you've got your usual buttons right there. I think it's menu and options button, I'm not too sure. And then you've got your D-pad right there, which is the same. And you've got your thumbsticks right there. It's exactly the same, but has that nice blue going over there. Now the buttons have changed now, and now they're all blue now, so it looks a lot stealthy looking. And if you're having trouble like finding which button's which, they have the colors kind of labeled right there, kind of symbolizes which button is which if you get confused. Now the Xbox button's exactly the same right there, same light up button, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And also another thing forget is this. They have put this kind of tire kind of pattern in the back, kind of rubber on the back, which is so good when you're playing driving games. Trust me, I was playing Forza the other day, and it felt so good because then when I was about to take a short break, I could just grip the controller right there and have a good, grip right there, and I can just stop the car immediately. That's one thing I like. Even in shooting games, it makes such a difference. That's one thing I'm impressed from the other controllers. You already think the Xbox One controller is such a good controller. They have made it even better. I mean, I never thought they could improve it better, but this is such an improvement. Having these there, so when I'm playing my driving game, I can just, grip it and brake quickly, so I can make that sharp turn, or when I'm shooting, can I get that precise aim? So that's another thing. And that's another reason to kind of upgrade, I guess. That's the Xbox One controller right there, and you got that nice blue, same as the console right there. Very nice, same as the Ford GT, that colour is. Now we got the Batman PS4. Like, I put a skin on this, the Batman skin, but it's actually steel grey. If you can see right there, it's a steel grey controller. It's black from the back, but I put a skin on it to kind of protect it. Now I was going to put a skin in this one, but it's just so good without the skin. If I put a skin on it, the grips, I wouldn't be able to feel the grips in the back. I wouldn't be able to appreciate it a little bit more. And also I put these thumbsticks on them, the Batman logo on them. I got the Batman one in black, and this is the 20th anniversary controller right there. I'll probably do a video on that if you see there. That's a limited edition controller right there, so it's 2 limited edition controllers. So yeah, they didn't change too much of the Batman one. It's just it's a similar one. Yeah, it's still a good controller and all that, but they didn't really change it to make it kind of special to the limited edition. You know what I mean? Because they did a lot of key improvements on this one to make it, feel special for the console and all that, and make it feel like you got limited edition. This is similar, but the only thing different is the color. And don't get me wrong, the color is amazing, but I felt they could have done a little bit more. Maybe put like the Batman logo on the touchpad, or made the Batman logo the PS logo, the Batman logo. But yeah, they made it a nice color and all that, but I put this nice skin on it to make it look a little bit more special and also protect my controller. And so yeah, the PS4 controller is overall improved over the DualShock 3. If you've never owned the PS4 controller, it's definitely improved and feels a lot better. Feels a lot like the previous Xbox 360 controller, which is good because that was an amazing controller. And the Xbox One controller, they're as good as well. So they're both very good controllers. So if you're thinking of upgrading between either one, you're not going to go wrong with the controllers. So that's the PS4 controllers right there. I've also got skins, the same Batman skins for the the Xbox One, but I've not put them on yet. And I've also made a video on them as well. So if you're not seeing that, look at that on the channel right there. So those are the controllers right there. So both controllers are definitely a go. Now the consoles are very limited now, so if you're thinking of picking either one of these up, you better pick them up now. The Batman PS4, that's gone, that's long gone. You're not going to find a brand new one for a good price. So if you're wanting to look for one for a good price, it's going to be very hard, because I've seen a brand new one for £800 on Amazon, so I don't think you want to pay that much for it. But I did see some used ones for like £349, which is not as bad, but just because it's used, and you don't really want to do that if you're going to get a limited edition console. You want it to be kind of brand new, crispy looking. But the Xbox One on the other hand is still available, and I purchased it for £389. I could have got it for $369, but I went for the $389 bundle, which came with two free games of my choice, and a year's free of Netflix for free. So I got that for free. So the games I chose was GTA 5 and Call of Duty Ghosts. So that, I think that was a better deal. And the $369 bundle is just the console, limited edition console, and it's just the bundle basically, and it comes with Forza 6. So there's nothing too much with that bundle. I thought to spend extra £20 to just get a couple of good stuff, because those games are worth a lot on its own. So that's that, and I paid $319 for that, and it was a trading deal in game at that point, and so I got it for half price, and I had to pay the difference basically. So that was a good deal right now. But that right now, as this video, it is not available brand new on Amazon. I did see it for £800, but that's brand new and pre-owned $349. This is still available for $389 here in the UK, or $369. I did see it going cheaper in other places such as Tesco for $349, but you need to check where you are, where to get it from, and how cheap it is. But over here is that price basically. The both consoles, this is what they look like, both sitting down. Just trying to give you a good angles on them. That's what they both look like sitting down. the PS4 is definitely the smaller device. I kind of put the tripod a little bit closer so you can guys see. It's definitely the smaller device right here. Definitely more stealthier looking, sleeker looking. The Xbox One design, it took me a while to grow on, but I actually do like it a lot. People do complain, especially fanboys, complain how big it is, and they say it looks like a VCR and all that. But when you get the Forza bundle, it doesn't even look like a VCR. It looks like something nice and quality looking. You know what I mean? Maybe the black one does look a little bit like a VCR, but this one doesn't really look like a VCR. It looks more like a race car. That's really what they were going for, this one, a race car, and it's the same color as the 4GT. Yeah, but fanboys like to say it's like to make jokes about it, calling it the Lunchbox One, and well, there's jokes about the PS4 as well. You know what I mean? But people are like make jokes about it and all that. But this is actually a very good console, because people go over sales sometimes for a console, because the PS4 has more sales than the Xbox One. But people go for sales. But I don't care about sales. You know what I mean? It's all about the games. You know what I mean? I mainly use my Xbox One for exclusive stuff, basically, such as Forza. Now Tomb Raider is exclusive exclusive to Xbox, so yeah, that's another reason why I got it. And there's other games as well why I did that. And the PS4, I use it as my main console because, not because I'm a fanboy or anything, it's just because I've always been with PlayStation, and I just prefer it a little bit better. But not to say I don't like it, you know what I mean, the Xbox One, but I just kind of preferred it a little bit more, you know what I mean, because I had a PS2 and that was an amazing console, my favourite console of all time. And that's why I've always liked that better. But the user interface, that's another thing to talk about. The user interface is exactly the same in the consoles. They're not different. They're not kind of customized to look like the Batman theme. They're not customized to look like the kind of the Forza theme. But they just both look exactly the same inside. So the main difference is just the looks of it. So basically the looks of the Forza Xbox One and the looks of the Batman one. It just depends on which one you like and all that. If you're coming from an Xbox One, a day one edition or a launch Xbox One or whatever Xbox One, and you want to finally upgrade and get on a new one because you're having problems with the other one or the hard drive space, I would definitely go with this one. Now they are coming with the Halo bundle as well. I don't know if you've seen that. So basically the Halo bundle, it's like a dark grey on this side and a light grey on this side. So it's half dark grey, half light grey. Well, I didn't really like it too much, but that's why I didn't go for that one. But that's going to come out soon, and that's going to retail at £400. They are bringing different versions of the PS4 as well. So if you don't get a chance to get this one, you can get different ones as well. There's a Destiny one, where that's all going for $319. The Destiny one is white and gold. There's a Metal Gear Solid 5 one if you fancy that one, or there's a Darth Vader one, Star Wars one. So there's a lot of limited editions coming out. But if you want to get one of these ones, this one is no longer available brand new. This one is. So it's definitely not going to be available till Christmas. You know what I mean? People in the comment section, someone was saying it might be available to Christmas. It won't be available till Christmas because this one only lasted 2-3 weeks and then it was gone. You know what I mean? Those sold like hotcakes. You know what I mean? So I think I'm assuming this will happen with the Forza Xbox One, you know what I mean? It won't be there forever. So if you're wanting to get it, I'll definitely pick one up now. And should trade in if you're trading in an old Xbox One, depending on what one you're trading in, I traded mine in with no Kinect, so I got 149 for it. And so I traded it in and put towards this. If you're trading with the Kinect, you'll get a little bit more. I'm assuming you'll get maybe around about £190, maybe £200, so you'll get a little bit more than me. So yeah, now's your chance to do it, and you won't need to pay all of it. So that's pretty much it for the kind of comparison video between the PS4 and the kind of Forza Xbox One. I'll kind of give you a kind of closer look at the color, so I kind of can show you what it looks like. So I'll turn it off. I'm gonna take the plug out. So I'll kind of give you a look at what it looks like. So I'll get a good angle on that. I'm going to show you, because someone was kind of concerned about the colour. So that's what the colour looks like. It looks like a more darker blue on this side and kind of continues down this bit. This bit's a nice glossy bit there, and this is kind of nice metallic finish there on the vent going there. On the side it looks like that. Got the nice Easter egg out there. I like how they did that, and that's what the back looks like. And then you can kind of see what this one looks like. So yeah, you got your usual stuff on the side. You got a sync button and you got the USB on the right. But it's definitely heavier. It's not like changed or not cut down on the size or anything. Let's look at the PS4. Just kind of give it a closer look of the PS4. So you got Batman Arkham Knight, and you got the nice look over there. I like that. It looks very stealthy looking. See it right there. See what it looks like. But yeah, it's definitely a thinner device. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the comparison video of the Forza Xbox One vs the Batman PS4. Let me know if I missed anything in the comment sections below on the consoles, because you know I don't know what else to kind of cover them, because I covered the sound, covered the, you know, the looks of them and all that. But let me know if I missed anything in the comment section below. I may have like repeated some points over again. I may, you know, because it's kind of hard kind of comparing them. But I did do a comparison video between the Batman PS4 and the regular Xbox One, and I kind of did a compare of it in general of you know, PS4 vs Xbox One. If you've not seen that video, I'll probably leave it in the link below or in the annotations so you can see that. And you can also see my other Xbox One video. I did a Halo bundle unboxing if you want to see that on the channel, so you can see what I had before. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the unboxing video of the Batman PS4 and the Forza Xbox One. Let me know what one you like in the comment sections below, and I'll catch you guys next time.